Right, day 3. I'm just leaving Hill Barn Farm. Really looks like a horse stables, racing stables, like a lot of the places around here. The night wasn't as cold as I feared it would be, but in the early morning it did rain a bit. Not too bad, but did mean that I had to pack a slightly wet tent, which is a bit of a shame. So heading now in the direction of Goring, and I don't know how far I'll get. I think it's about 30 kilometers from here to Goring, and I don't think I'm going to manage another day like yesterday. Also, if I did, Goring and its environs aren't the best place to wild camp. Depression is a coombe called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Must be 25 years ago. I was in fencing training. I decided to lunge. My opponent decided to lunge. Our feet met in the middle. He got the better of it. I got the worse and broke my big toe. The next day, I'd arranged to walk in the Devil's Punch Bowl with my sister and a couple of good friends. If you're watching this, you know who you are. And so when I woke up and I realised that my toe was broken, what did I do? I strapped on my walking boots nice and tight, hoping they'd act as a cast, and got on with it. Ah, the follies of youth. Anyway, it's nice to be back here. And up ahead is Hackpen Hill. And over here, as in so much of this part of the Ridgeway, horse gallops. And I've come from down there, where I camp for the night. So, it's onwards this way. Okay, so what you're seeing way over there in the distance, that raised earth embankment, goes all the way over the horizon there, around here, behind those trees, and around a good way. You can see through the trees there, the other side, and rejoins here. And let me tell you something, that is absolutely enormous. I'm really not sure what to compare it to. I mean, just look at it. And this is only 3/4 of it. There's a whole load of it sort of over there. This is Sedgebury Camp. It's twice the size of Barbury Castle. All that's left is a raised earth embankment, but obviously back when this was populated, this whole area inside would have been a hive of domestic and probably military activity. Wow, this is quite something. The views from up here are also gorgeous. One of the problems with trying to capture this walk on film or in pictures is that the views are just so incredibly immense. So, I've just passed the rather amusingly titled Scutchhammer Knob, which is actually a fascinating place. It's a kind of an artificial raised tribune of some kind. Perhaps it was back in the day a place of trial and judgment, perhaps even theatre, who knows. There are other theories, those are mine. Now I've got a decision to make because it's too early to camp there, and I don't know whether I'm going to make it to the Thames, which is another, I think, 15 kilometres away. That would mean 2 30k days back to back. On the other hand, it's only just gone 1:30 in the afternoon and I'm feeling reasonably fresh, so I'll see how many of those I can tick off and I'll check in later. Hi everyone, here in my little kingdom that I retreat to at the end of each day. I've reached the end of day 3. I started out in Avebury 2 days ago, and after looking at the stone circle there, I headed off along the hare path, joined the Ridgeway, and walked from there to Hallam, around about 16 kilometres, just shy of Hallam, at the end of Smith's Ridge. Then the next day I had a mega day, 20 miles, about 30 kilometres from where I was through Hallam, right across to Sparsholt Firs, where I got to camp at a lovely place called Down Barn B&B and camping. Thank you very much to Joan for just letting me knock on your door and use your garden. And this morning, after some rain early on, I packed up and headed off, and have had a wonderful day just meeting people, talking to people, and dawdling a little bit, which means I haven't quite got to Streatley and Goring, but I'm about, less than 5 miles from there. So tomorrow morning, I'll head off bright and early, and hopefully I'll be able to have my second coffee and maybe something to eat there by the Thames. In the meantime, donate, donate, donate. Thank you.